Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. I appreciate that so much. So, I gave you guys a little bit of preview yesterday because it got leaked early, and here it is in all its glory. The 2023 Toyota Corolla is going to be a beast. I'm telling you, a beast. But I have my reservation. Um, but knowing Toyota and how they build their cars and how they're testing it, um, they're really great at doing that. They're really, really great at, building amazing, reliable vehicles. So the GR Yaris, I feel like that was a test vehicle for them to try and I think the GR Yaris is also used for their rally, but that was their testing vehicle and seeing how it fares in like a smaller platform before they made it into a bigger car, the Corolla hatchback. Now, the look of it, I dig it. I dig the look. I dig the three exhausts, one in the middle, two on the side. That looks badass. And the fact that it's all-wheel drive, insane. The my biggest reservation with the Toyota Corolla GR, the Gazoo Racing, that's their development group that are in charge of making those kind of vehicles. My biggest reservation, I don't know why my mouth is so dry, but my reservation with the vehicle is that it's a three-cylinder 1.6 turbocharged engine, which is a very, very small engine comparing to the GR Yaris. The GR Yaris is a much smaller vehicle, so that makes sense for the size and the performance that they can be able to push out with that vehicle. Now, the Corolla is a little bit of a bigger vehicle and it seats up to five people. So I don't know how it's going to be able to handle that long term, how this vehicle is going to fare. But so far from everything that I've seen, I'm pretty much blown away that they can be able to tune the vehicle to that. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's some engineering marvel. I wonder what kind of boost it's running. Just look at how it just eats up these corners like it ain't shit. It just eats them all up. And you could take it off road because it's got an all wheel drive system. So, as you guys know, Toyota have been partnering up with Subaru and BMW to make their sports car. I think this is the first one that Toyota is building in-house, and I, for one, cannot wait to see it at first hand. I mean, look at that. Man, can you imagine when we were in the forefront of all-wheel drive system vehicles? We had the Subaru WRX, we had the Mitsubishi Evo. You know what I mean? We had the Focus RS. Those are all just amazing all-wheel drive system vehicles. And now the landscape has been slowly dwindling because, those kind of vehicles are going out of style, but the fact that Toyota is investing on this kind of vehicle straight for the tuner, because this isn't made for everybody. Is for a specific this vehicle is for specific people. There's specific tuners. This is targeted towards the tuners. I'm telling you. It's for a specific group that are buying these kind of cars. So it's interesting to compare the three cars that like I've said it before. I'm going to be comparing it to the Subaru WRX. Obviously, this one just blows it out of the water. Um, it's nearing the Type R. Like that's the closest competitors that I can, compare it to because it blows the SI out of the water. I'm sorry, but it does. It This thing will smoke the SI, no problem, no problem at all. But with the tune, I think the SI will give it a run for its money. But just the way it is, nah, man, nah. This is the beast right here. All right, so here we are. So the Toyota Corolla has built a reputation for reliability, value, but a few have called it fun. Enter the lively world of Gazoo racing. Toyota's performance arm has gotten their hands on the compact hatchback and given it an aggressive rally-inspired makeover. The end result is a 2023 GR Corolla, and it's coming to strike fear into the heart of Subaru WRX, which is crazy. It's that's the comparison that you want to go to. But the fact that Subaru is no longer making the STI, you know, I think some of those people, and the fact that this is a hatchback, I'm sorry, a hot hatch is what it's called specifically. This is a hot hatch. So this is definitely more attractive than that ugly ass WRX that they just introduced. I would much rather spend all my cash on this freaking vehicle than the Subaru WRX, because you're getting the same thing. You're getting all-wheel drive and you get a hatchback, so you get plenty of space, and it sits up to 5 people. But like I said, my reservation with it is just that small engine. I don't know how reliable that's going to be, but the fact that they've been testing it with the Yaris, because it's literally the same engine, it's tuned a little bit different comparing, because obviously it's a bigger car. But we'll see. Unlike its smaller brother, the GR Yaris, this one, ladies and gents, is actually coming to North America. Yeah. While the Corolla hatchback has a perfectly accepted 2.0 liter 4 cylinder, which kind of makes sense for them to take this one, put some turbocharge and test it out, and then, release it for the North America. But since they have a proven one, the 1.6 3-cylinder engine that's on the GR Yaris that they've been testing out, I guess maybe I don't know. Engineers, man, they work wonders. To solve this problem, engineers have installed a turbocharged 1.6 liter 3 cylinders unit codenamed G16E-GTS that's developed an impressive 300 horsepower, insane 273 pound-feet of torque. Insane! On a Corolla. Who would have thought Corolla can get that much power? Insane! It makes the GR Corolla nearly twice as powerful as the standard model, and even more forceful than the 275 horsepower Honda Veloster N. The Toyota also bests the 271 horsepower Subaru WRX as the N versions of Hyundai's Elantra and Kona. However, it comes up short compared to the 315 from the Volkswagen Golf R. And it's right around the Type R also. I think the Type R has like 305 horsepower and about 276. I'm guessing. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm guessing here. But I know for sure the Type R has 305 and 200 and something on the torque side. But I will get those figures and we were going to do some comparison. Like I said, we would. We can no longer compare it to the SI because it obviously blows the SI out of the water. The engine is connected exclusively to a 6-speed manual transmission and a GR4 all-wheel drive system. Like on the GR Yaris, the system is adjustable, offers front and rear power splits of 60-40, 50-50, and 30-70. This means the car can be front-based, neutral, or rear-based at the twist of a knob. I know you can't see my face right now, but I am fucking impressed. And it's not easy to impress me, but they are. I'm impressed. I cannot wait. This is huge. This is a huge win for us consumers as well as, tuners. Just people that love vehicles that go fast. It's a huge win for us. So, engine, I've already said that. Torque, we discussed that. We discussed this. 4-wheel drive system, which is crazy because there is a difference between a 4-wheel drive system than an all-wheel drive system. There's a difference. All-wheel drive, it's always all-wheel at all the time. That's the definition that for me, that comes into mind is all-wheel drive. The Subaru WRX is the first car that comes into my mind because that system is always, just like that. You can't really adjust it. You can't send the power wherever. Like all the wheels spin all the time. But this one, you can switch it as much as you like. You can send 60% in the front, so you can have a front wheel drive, or if you want to distribute them 50-50, which is fine, or you can send it 30/70 to the rear. So if you want to drift and do some crazy things with it, you can do it with this car. Oh man. So it weighs about 3,249 pounds and it's coming fall of 2022. The performance features don't end there, as the GR Corolla has an aluminum hood, aluminum front door panels that help minimize the weight gain as model tips the scales at 3,249, which is 189 or 85.7 kilogram more than the standard Corolla. Besides the weight saving measures, the GR Corolla rides on a beefed up version of TNGA-C platform. It has significantly more welded points, obviously. The suspension has also been revamped as the GR Corolla has a micro macro Hessian strut setup with circuit tuned coil springs, shock absorbers, stabilizer bars to provide optimum cornering capability on all surfaces. Out back, there's a double wishbone multi-link arrangement that accommodates the all-wheel drive system goal of maximum agility and stability. Furthermore, the model can be equipped with front or rear limited slip differential. Okay, wrapping things up on performance front, 18-inch gloss black wheels that are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires. Those are expensive ass tires. They're backed up by a beefy braking system. Brambos, gotta have Brambos. Four piston aluminum calipers which grab onto ventilated slotted front disc that measures 14 inches. Out back, there are two piston aluminum calipers and small 11.7-inch ventilated discs. And if you see the exterior, looks absolutely menacing. It will rip your heart out and stomp on it. Look at that. I like the interior. I love the black interior. I'm a sucker for black interiors. I just think the beige interior is like the most disgusting interior I've ever seen in my life. Anything other than black, like I dig it. But what it can use is a little bit of contrast, maybe some stitching, some red stitching, like they should have done that around the seats or maybe like somewhere around there to let you know they mean business. The car means business. Inside, you got a big old infotainment system and you have knobs, which is absolutely amazing. And you got a traction control off right here. Remote start. I don't know if it has that, but maybe. Um, Actually, it's got a push to start, three pedal, lovely. And so there's the two vehicles. It looks great, man. If I didn't have my Type R, I would definitely consider this. Most definitely. Just plenty of cargos. You can push those. And you got Recaro seats? What? Or bucket seats? What? So you should expect a price of around, um, I want to say like high 30s, close to 40,000 range. Just going by that. Oh shit, hold on. Oh my God. If this doesn't sell you on the car, I don't know what will. If you're in the market for any of these sport cars or just, like decent sport vehicles, just fun vehicles to drive, if this does not convince you, I don't know what will. And the fact that the FRS is actually, this is their last version, it makes sense for them to have something else for the tuners to tinker with. And this is an absolutely beast. Seats five, not comfortably, but it seats five. Oh my God. I would love to get a closer look at this. Come on, guys. What's up with these fuzzy photos? But yeah, I will be leaving a link in the description so you can go check it out yourself too if you want to see more. Um, oh, there's two versions. That's what it is. There's two versions. And then this is the circuit edition. Oh. So this is definitely going to be around the 40,000 range. And I've also heard that Toyota is like, well, should I say BMW is going to be making the um the Supra with a manual transmission vehicle. So that's going to be awesome. But anyway, um this vehicle is going a little bit too long. I'm going to go ahead and do my comparisons. We're going to put up the Veloster as well as the Subaru WRX, even though it just trashes on the Subaru. The only other one that kind of will give it a run for its money is the Civic Type R. That's the one that would definitely give it run for its money. But I think the Corolla definitely has an edge though, because it's all-wheel drive, or should I say four-wheel drive system. All right, so I got my little comparison up here. We have the Subaru WRX here, and then we have the 2021 Civic Type R. But all of the Type Rs, regardless of which one you pick, the only one that's a little bit different is the limited edition one, which is the Championship White, which is a little bit lighter comparing to the base Type R, but it still has the same engine. 2-liter turbocharged, 306 horsepower, and 295 feet-pound of torque. So I was wrong because I said 276, but I was just guessing. But it's 295 is the torque curve. But obviously, you're going to be getting a lot less than that to the wheels, which is fine. And then I have the 2022 Volkswagen Golf R 2.0, and that's the DCG. So that one retails for about 45,000. So based on performance and just the power levels, I want to estimate like either high 30s or maybe around 40,000. But that's just my guess. I could be completely wrong. But the Golf R is definitely got a little bit more oomph, but who knows, really? Who knows? But it does. But obviously, their clutch system is automatic. Their automatic is so much faster than the 6-speed manual transmission from the Toyota GR or whatever manual that you have. This system is definitely faster. So you have 315 at 5,600 RPM, 600, and your torque is about 295, so about the same as the Type R and a little bit more horsepower than the Type R, but obviously you're gonna get a little bit less on the wheels. Now, this has a 14.5 gallon tank. I wanted to see how much it weighs. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So curb weight. So this is a little bit fatter, than the GR Yaris. And then the Type R comes in at about 3,000. Let me see. Hold on 1 second here. Safety. Nobody cares about that. Comfort, rear seats, tires. Because I know the Type R is around 3,000 and 3,120 or 3,000 something. The curb weight, roughly, give or take. But it's not on here, but you can Google it yourself. It's a little bit less than what the GR Yaris is, just a little bit, maybe like 100 pounds or so. And then when we go over to the WRX, let's go ahead and see how much it weighs, if it's even on here. I don't think the curb weight is on here. Nope, it's not on here. But the Subaru WRX has always dominated that all-wheel drive, but now that the Toyota, man, sneaky Toyota, man. That was and they've been working together for a long time, especially with developing the FRS and the BRZ, side by side. It's crazy that, you know, they went this route, and Subaru has been hesitating on making a hatchback for the longest time, even though we've been craving for it. But anyway, but yeah, overall style wise, I would definitely give it to the Type R. If I had a choice between the three vehicles, most definitely will pick the R, but most definitely the GR Yaris, or I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying the GR Yaris because this is new. The GR Corolla would definitely be on my second in my list. I'm not sure how Subaru's new engine or their new 2.4 liter engine, how that's going to be faring over the longevity of its life. Um, so going with either Toyota or Honda are always my best bet because they have been building reliable cars for as long as I can remember. They may have, obviously this is I was gonna say this is a new platform, but all it is the engine and transmission has been proven with their GR Yaris. But like I said, it just seems like this is a smaller engine, and it's pumping out bunch of a bunch of torque and a bunch of horsepower and just a lot of power going through that, and it's a nice big sizable vehicle. So I don't know how this car is going to be faring a couple of years from now, but only time will tell whether, but this vehicle will be successful. I promise you, it will be successful. And I can't see what else Toyota has in store for us. This is a huge win for the tuner community, people that are into these vehicles. And I'm glad that Toyota is actually making their own instead of working with other companies producing it, and they're just slapping their badge or their name on there and putting it out there. So I'm really excited about it. But anyway, that's the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And like I said, man, what do you guys think? What do you think of the new GR Toyota as well as the circuit version? This is the circuit edition. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Have a good one.